Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network. Sorry about the camera moving, but yeah. Anyways, welcome here to the show. Welcome to Steve's Wrestling Ramble. I apologize for stuff, but let's move on. Let's talk about WWE. A crazy, interesting, entertaining week in WWE, and not just. I need to shave. Anyways, not just talking about the show itself. All right. Sorry about that. Chicken was having popcorn for a snack, not for dinner, but for a snack. Anyways, so what Monday Night Raw, everything that went down in regards to this week being the Superstar shakeup and Superstars heading over from SmackDown Live to Monday Night Raw. Let's start with from the bottom of the top, Cedric Alexander coming from the Cruiserweight division and coming to Monday Night Raw. So that's kind of cool. Another 205 Live star, another Cruiserweight. Yes, Cruiserweight, not Bruiserweight. Heading to the main card, main shows, heading to Raw, getting a call up in a sense. So that's good. Like I said, the Cruiserweight division deserves to get a little bit more respect. 205 Live, a show that I've been saying for weeks, if not months, I've been improving. And I've enjoyed it each and every week. So if that show disbands in a sense and the superstars go to Raw SmackDown and just become and be what they always have been, really, WWE superstars, but not just be WWE superstars with their own merits, on their own merits, and not just be WWE superstars that are in a specific cruiserweight division. It's one of those. It was nice to have for them to have their own platform, but now that they've had that platform for a while now, and maybe it's still going to continue for future as cruiserweights to be focused and specific and being focused, being recognized, being respected in their own craft and in their own division that is the cruiserweight division. And if you want, and then you have that cruiserweight championship still, and you still have a cruiserweight championship that can be floated within the brands, not just for the 205 Live show. It'll be more than just that. Because if you have cruiserweights on Raw and SmackDown, along with the cruiserweight division on its own on 205 Live, then you have something growing even better. But anyways, enough about that, right? Let's talk, Cedric Alexander is in there. Eric Young, him part of Sanity, remember they were calling up to go to SmackDown Live. Now they're being broken up a little bit. With Eric Young coming to Monday Night Raw. Unfortunately, he might just be enhancement talent. Maybe they're going to do something with him. Who knows? Then again, WWE has so many superstars. They have a lot to write for, right? And to think about. Lacey Evans officially being on Monday Night Raw. She's been back and forth. Now she's officially a Monday Night Raw superstar. So congratulations, Evans. You're on the red brand, the number one brand. So maybe there's a chance for you. Get some notoriety. Maybe get a push. Actually, push the moon. If she should be the first superstar to face the double champ, Becky Lynch, for both titles. EC EC3 heading the Monday Night Raw. Cool. Naomi heading the Monday Night Raw. Women's division there. Jimmy and Jey, the Usos heading to Raw tag team. I approve that message. It makes sense for the Usos to come to Raw, and then with the Usos coming to Raw, then Naomi coming to Raw. Now, when the Usos did come to Monday Night Raw, since I'm talking about the Super Shake Up and talking about Monday Night Raw, and of course I'm going out of order in regard to when they debuted on their new brand. Not so, but when the Usos debuted on their new brand and arrived, it was kind of spoiled when you had Chad Gable and Bobby Roode coming out there to go to promo, and the template, the fancy graphic, had the Usos. So I don't know how they confused them with the Usos, or they were just, quick on the trigger there. But kind of spoiled it there. Though most of us, smarks out there are just fans in general. Most of some of the WWE universe already predicted them to be going to Raw. But still, a little of the injury anticipation. But with them there, it's nice that WWE at least thinks about it at all of spouses being on the same brand. Maybe not people dating on the same brand, as we'll learn in regards to a couple here, but married ones. Rey Mysterio coming on Monday Night Raw. Not too much to say about that, really. Zelina Vega coming to Monday Night Raw, so that's cool. And along with her, Andrade. Again, like I thought about with couples, Andrade and Charlotte are now dating. Whether or not they last or not, point is they are, and they are already split up. Regards to on the shows. So long distance relationship. I don't know. I'm sure they'll have some late night FaceTime fun. Yeah, I'll just say it like that. Anyways, Ivar and Eric, the Viking Experience, formerly the War Raiders, formerly the War Machine in the Indies. They go from the War to the War Raiders to the Viking Experience on the main roster. That unfortunately might mean they're not going to be doing so hot. But in that take the division on Monday Night Raw that is not as vast as we would want it to be, there is an opportunity for them to get an opportunity. But still, that was not the first impression you'd want for them on the main roster, let alone first impression for them being on Monday Night Raw. I guess it's official with Aleister Black and Ricochet right now as a tag team. In the future, I'm sure on their own, but both being on Monday Night Raw officially now. The Miz coming to Monday Night Raw with the first segment, the first superstar coming to the red brand. And AJ Styles has been on SmackDown since he came to WWE, since the brand extension happened. The house that AJ Styles built was SmackDown. Now he's coming to Raw. And there's a new owner of that house over on SmackDown that we'll talk about here shortly that I'm sure most of you already know. But that's pretty much Raw. That is Raw in a nutshell in regards to the Superstar Shakeup. Very entertaining. I do enjoy them. Enjoy to see who's coming out, who could be coming out. With each segment, right? Tag team segment, women's division segment, this and that. Like who could be coming to Raw? Who could be coming to SmackDown? It is interesting to me. I am entertained by it. Whether I'm surprised or not by who comes out, maybe not. But the point is, I do enjoy the anticipation. Maybe more so than how it was in the old style way. Up with there's a match, then draft pick goes to the brand, and then they have the randomizer thing on the screen with the pictures, and then boom, and boom, there you go. And there's stuff, that was interesting in its own way, but I think more so now and how they're doing it here. Because this may be the final, or one of the final ones, Superstar Shakeup before the brand extension ends. And we go back to one WWE. But we'll see. Now, also with what happened on SmackDown Live, again, we can spoil things because the show's already happened days ago. But with the IC title going to SmackDown, I think that means Samoa Joe and the US title is coming to Raw. How they're going to explain that in storyline, kayfabe sense, who knows, who cares, but that probably should be happening. I mean, I'm definitely should be happening. Otherwise, it'd be smart to have two of your Make our champions on the same brand, same roster. Just saying. No Sasha Banks was on the show. There was a segment that was on WWE.com or WWE YouTube channel as well. Bayley trying to reach out to Sasha Banks. And the Iconics coming out there. We thought, okay, maybe Sasha will be on Raw. Or if she's not on Raw, she'll show up on SmackDown. And my prediction will be right. Yay. Steve will get one right. And my picks were who's going to Raw, who's going to SmackDown. But we didn't see her on either brand. Maybe she really is leaving. Maybe she is taking the ball and going home. Or she lost her ball and quit the game. As Corey Graves called it, trying to put a new spin on what what WWE said in regards to, or Mr. McMahon or Vince McMahon talking about Austin taking the ball and going home back in the day. So all in all, a good Monday Night Raw and an interesting shakeup. Again, we have AJ Styles, The Miz, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Eric and Ivar. I had to look at that again. The Viking Experience, Andrade, Zelina Vega, Rey Mysterio, Jimmy and Jay, The Usos, Naomi, EC3, Lacey Evans, Cedric Alexander, and last but certainly not least, Eric Young heading to the Red Brand, heading to Monday Night Raw, the A show, right? There you go. Now heading over to SmackDown Live, the Superstars heading to the Blue Brand, and actually something that I didn't even see to happen on television, but Chad Gable, Apollo Crews. So Chad Gable, we had Chad Gable and Bobby Roode on Monday Night Raw the night before, and unless I missed a segment on the show on SmackDown Live, you see Chad Gable coming out there. So Chad Gable, Apollo Crews, Mickey James, and Otis and Tucker there. That's again coming to SmackDown Live. We're gonna try again with Chad Gable, I guess, as a singles competitor. Unless you're gonna put him together with Shelton again. But I think he's better with the tag team, and I don't know if WWE believes in him as much as some of the WWE Universe does. With him being a singles competitor. I see it, but maybe not WWE. Liv Morgan, actually Bombshell, just as much as Mandy Rose. But Liv Morgan heading to Raw, to SmackDown Live from Raw, so the Riot Squad being split up a little bit there. Buddy Murphy from 205 Live heading to SmackDown Live. Lars Sullivan officially being on a brand and could be on Tuesday nights, or at least for now until October, but SmackDown Live specifically. Lars is on SmackDown. We have one monster on SmackDown, the other on Raw. I know a lot of people, including me, thought Braun Strowman was heading to SmackDown, or maybe Drew McIntyre, but neither. They're both on the Red Brand still. As we move forward, Kairi Sane and Ember Moon are on SmackDown Live. Along with Bayley, they had that big women's division segment in regards to Becky going out there cutting a promo. Then you have Bayley, Ember Moon coming out there. So for the women's title, then we had a tag team coming out with the tag team champions. Because Becky was talking about 2 belts, and they're the women's tag team champions. And that's when Paige came out and announced who this tag team is that they bring to SmackDown. Asuka and Kairi Sane. So Asuka, who was already on SmackDown, and Kairi Sane joining the Blue Brand. So, and Elias, Mr. McMahon segment at the end of the show. Who's going to be this big get that SmackDown Live going to get? Some thought Brock. Some did think Roman. Others thought, maybe Seth. And that would mean Kofi would have to go to Raw. Or something like that. But that was not the case. It was Elias. And with that, Then they come Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns gave the Superman punch to Mr. McMahon. Also, the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor, is heading to SmackDown Live. So the crop of superstars heading to SmackDown as well. SmackDown being a different feel of a show. Again, I just did this 2 hours. I've always been like Team Blue in regard to brand extensions. I've always been Team Blue from the start. Excuse me, but for SmackDown Live, the new members of SmackDown Live are as follows: Tucker and Otis, Mickey James, Apollo Crews, Chad Gable, Liv Morgan, Buddy Murphy, Lars Sullivan, Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, Bayley, Elias, Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor, and the big dog, Roman Reigns, who now is in the yard. It's his yard now. On SmackDown Live, AJ Styles has left, like his home. Roman Reigns taking over ownership. But yeah, Roman Reigns there, final one. So very interesting, very fun 2 shows. Which one did it better? Probably SmackDown Live, but all in all, I do actually enjoyed the Superstar shakeups and hopefully things. I look maybe somewhat of a lull period as it always is after WrestleMania for the first couple of months. But hold your horses even on that, because guess what? The first pay-per-view after WrestleMania is not Backlash. It's not Taboo Tuesday. It's not a pay-per-view like that. Though I did always enjoy Backlash in the sense for the pay-per-view. So don't get me wrong. But it's Money in the Bank. I thought Money in the Bank was a couple months after WrestleMania, not right away, unless things were just shaking up in its own right. The pay-per-view scheduling for the new WWE season. Raw after Mania to the next Mania. But all in all, Money in the Bank, one of my fastest rising pay-per-views. One of my favorites should be the Big Four, let alone now it's going to be part of the Big Six with a 6-hour show or more in time. You know me and Money in the Bank. I'm going to be live reacting to both Money in the Bank pay-per-view events. I mean, not pay-per-view events. Money in the Bank ladder matches, women and men's. Lacey Evans might be getting the title shot, but somebody could win and cash in that same night. So, Alexa Bliss, I think, did that last year. Yeah, Carmella waited a long time until after the next WrestleMania, and they cashed in and won the title. Oh, we'll talk about that more when we get closer to the pay-per-view event or predicting it. But for now, just talking about. Look at that! I have my Dean Ambrose shirt on. Dean Ambrose, it's that guy. Anyways, yeah, just my thoughts on Superstar Shakeup this week in WWE. To certainly enjoy the shows, what they were, and looking forward to seeing how the shows are moving forward. Not too much else in regards to WWE news or news in general. I know Sasha Banks is the biggest news item, but I think she's already gone. And for me, I pretty much say good riddance, and if only Bray Wyatt's were joining her. So, just being honest. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. Welcome to share your thoughts. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you know when I go live with my next video. Follow me on Twitter at @Ramble_WB or my personal Twitter handle at Army_Strong_06. Next week, Thursday, is my birthday. I turned 31 on Thursday, so I don't know when I'll be doing a Ramble show on my birthday. Like, I'll be very busy with working on that day. Yeah, I know, working on my birthday, and then hang out with friends and hang out with family, and then wanting to relax in the evening. So we'll see when we get there next week. But anyways, hope you all enjoy your day, enjoy your Easter weekend if you do celebrate. And above all else, as always, take care.